Aloha awakia ia kako, velina mai no ki ia ka aina kupai na ho Laupahoehoe. Aloha no. O wau o lana kila menguao, mai honoka mai au. Gonna get this open and started in a good. Hey, how you? Get this all started in a good way. And want to welcome everyone here. This is actually Kona or Hilo Akau or North Hilo. Dispute of Hamakua Coast, but we take it too. No, important space and connection for this aina as well with Mauna Awakia. I want to kind of open and share mo'olelo that connects this particular community to the Mauna. And that is through the famous Holua sled race between Poliahu and Pelema. And so the well-known peninsula of Laupahoehoe below comes from that mo'olelo of a time where Poliahu is actually the very prominent akua across these lands, being in the shadow of this mountain of Mauna Awakia. The waters of this whole Hamakua, North Hilo, all comes from Mauna Awakia. And it is said in mo'olelo that there was a time where a stranger came and challenged Poliahu to a holua race, who's, of course, in her holua of ice, she's like one of the best. But the stranger challenged her to this race, and when they pushed off down from the mountain and began to come down, and they said that the stranger was pushing ahead, and then finally Poliahu just leaned in and she sped past the stranger. But then when she approached the shore, she saw the crowd in front scatter and run, and look over her shoulder. That stranger had thrown off her disguise, and it was Pele in a full lava flow that chased Poliahu into the ocean. As Poliahu skidded off into the waters, that lava hit the water and formed that peninsula, the Laupahoehoe, or the leaf of lava. From that time, the goddess Poliahu and her sisters reascended the mountain, and they say Pele ignited the fires through and coming up on Mauna Awakia. And Poliahu then retreated for a moment, but then came back with full mana, with intense heavy snows and waters, and stifled the fires of Pele. Some of this mo'olelo gives credit to some of the particular adze quarries on this side. All that forest is gone, wrapping around to Waimea. For from his lands here, coming Laupahoehoe, Mauka, Hakalau, that pa'u of the mountain is still there. And may we see the regenerative energy return there. And that's what we're all here for. We want to see the best for our Mauna, and therefore that transference of the best for the Mauna equivalent to the best of health and well-being for our Lahui. So, e no kapule. Kuma ko I ka malu o ka mauna kapu ka mauna kie ka mauna o ta vaila ka mauna o ka venaula ka mauna o ki ka pahau kia ka mauna kapua wa kia kapua ka ne kapua Poliahu kapuno madoe hiola. Mahalo nui a kako, and we have a good discussion here. One more thought to put forward, as I mentioned, Poliahu. One of the important energies and aspects that we pull on in the image of who Poliahu is. In the mo'olelo, she is said to be the goddess of snow. She is the maiden of the mountain. But part of her kuleana, and where the kapu of the mountain of old was that we did not actually go onto the mountain, was to maintain Hawaii. And in that, Poliahu is known as the goddess of clairvoyancy. So our ability to be able to discern through deceit, to see through the clouds, and to be able to have the dialogue to find a path through the murky waters. So, e no kapule. Mahalo kako.
Yeah, mahalo nui lanakila. Absolutely, we need to.
On behalf of the county, thank you so much for being here. Let's have a good talk start tonight. Aloha.
So I'm going to have some slides that are going to provide a picture of the authority members as well as staff and some other advisors. But first I want to acknowledge you, community members. You are the esteemed folks that have been asked to participate in this meeting because your mana'o matters, and your mana'o will help to guide and to shape this framework, which will serve as a foundation to guide the authority. So I want to thank all of you as kupuna, as makua, as teachers, as business folks, as residents. perhaps your farmers, perhaps your stay-at-home grandparents, whatever that you do, mahalo for choosing to make the time to add your voice. Mahalo. Okay, another announcement and acknowledgement is that we have, as you've seen, we have live stream going. So if you have family members that wanted to join, neighbors perhaps that wanted to join, but